Hello, I'm Tian Wei, and this is Global Arena. They are for the motion, they are against the motion. So let's have a preliminary vote. 3, 2, 1, let's go.
We need to respect the first and the most important amendment of United Nations is the right of life. And the right of life is not just control disease, it's the right to eat, right to live, has to be a citizen. And you cannot do that if you have individual rights that overrule collectivism.
But people want to know what's happening with their data which are collected. They don't feel comfortable in the West that the government's collecting all this data. That's completely different than in China.
Less than 2 minutes for Team B.
We do have a universal declaration of human rights, but there is no universal consensus on the priority of different aspects of human rights. Take the United States as an example. During the COVID-19 crisis, many Americans protested against the social distancing, mandatory face covering, etc., in the name of their political rights. And so they say the government has no right to limit my travel around. I have the right to work. And so they are exercising their political rights to fight for economic rights, right? And so you can see, because of this, Americans are sacrificing about 600,000 lives on the altar of political rights. And then you look at the other opposite. Take the case of China. In China, people have different attitudes about human rights. The Chinese government does prioritize the right to life. And so the government mandates this quarantine, mandate face covering, and there's a lot of electronic monitoring of people's movement. And yes, for many Westerners, this sounds like a violation of their political rights. But look at the results. The Chinese government has been most successful, I would say stunningly successful, in keeping the pandemic under control. And so you can see the contrast. There is no agreement. There is just a disagreement.